Mayor have any other remarks that weren't expressed here?
No, he did not tell me anything, but I did want to say that each of the unions has a provision in which there are requirements for people whose job it is to drive to have valid driver's license or valid CDLs. And so that's why we limited it. When I first got the legislation, I sent it back and said the union contracts already cover that. So for the people that drive city vehicles now, there are probably less than 25 people in the whole city employment who this refers to. And it includes city council people, it includes the administration, and I think a building inspector doesn't have a union, isn't under a union contract. So very few people are covered by this, but we will work diligently to make sure that we're not exposed to any undue liability.
Okay, is there, thank you, Madam Law Director, and I appreciate that, but I just want to make a comment to it. You just have to say, it doesn't take but one individual to cause a whole lot of problems and cause litigation by doing one thing that is totally out of sorts. And that means running into somebody. It's not always the person that is driving our vehicle. It could be somebody else. That's why you have to do defensive driving. Is there any other comments from the council? You're at the council end now. Mr. Mansell Bakerhead, Councilman Mansell Bakerhead, and then
very, very quickly,
please.
Just wanted to address the no situation, briefly. Whether or not people come to the meeting or not, it is a sincere concern of mine. I saw the dust particles, I smelled it. I initiated a complaint with the law director. And understand me when I say this. If the building department, inspectors, police, if they reported to council, I would have a lot more done than what I'm doing right now. However, I have to defer that to their boss immediately, whether it's in the form of a memo or in the form of an ordinance or resolution. I have to defer that to who they report to. Again, we changed our system of government back in '85. We went from a commission to now a city council, strong mayor form of government. I want the action taken care of. I want the right things taken care of. I can say it, it cannot be done, and I'll keep saying it. I have that authority to speak on it. I am a resident at the end of the day. I chose to come back to this city. I didn't just pop on the scene. I've been on the scene since I was 18 years old. Sat right there, got the same thing he got. For somebody who fell face down in some water and I drugged him in my car, and then shots rang out up there off of Hazel. And he, in the back, gave it to me. So at the end of the day, man, when people stand for something, man, let my work speak for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the action as it relates to terrorists, we are trying our hardest to figure out how to resolve that issue. And then with regard to that building changed hands twice. And the last person to change hands with, I think they chose to walk away from it. They've taken all the air conditioners out in the back. The police reported that to me, and then the windows are gone in the back. And there's a constant stripping and vandalism going on in that building. I am aware of that. I advised them to put concrete barriers down in order for the trucks not to pull in the back. Hopefully that can get resolved as soon as possible, but the building owner suffers at this point. So Terrace Road, hopefully we can find some gravel. Everybody's in agreement with that. But as it relates to the road resurfacing projects coming up, Garfield by Superior School is being resurfaced. The lower end of Noble, Councilman Anthony Harrison with the county has sent over the paperwork to the law department, correct? Regarding the lower end of Noble with the county resurfacing project.
I know, yeah.
Yes, you received that. And then also, 152nd and the court area is being resurfaced.
Right, you guys been talking about that for the last year.
Yeah,
for
so
years.
we want
Right.
that, those projects, I know the Noble project is starting up soon.
But the gravel would help.
But the
Not
gravel
that
would
way,
help,
but
just
it's
to,
strong.
tying
It
it
just
all
has those
together.
heavy rocks and things in it.
And then
Yeah.
lastly, referencing this seating, I was not fully aware of the conversation, is what I was saying when I first sat down, so I didn't understand what was being said. But, if there is something to take place as it regards reserve seating, we do have to put it on the seat. I would suggest that we put it on the seat so we don't stir confusion. And that concludes my report.
Okay, Mr. King?
Thank you,
Councilman
Council.
King?
Thank you, Council President. Reverend Butts, thank you. Praying for the city, getting the word out to kind of help us as we rebuild and push this city forward.
You're more than welcome.
Ms. Stanberry,
Let me know how I can help too.
I'm born and raised in this city. Trust me, I love this city. Love this city and everyone in it, right? We want to permanently reserve this first row for invited guests, people that are on the legislation, and you're more than welcome to sit in this first row, right? I understand you have a slight hearing challenge. You're more than welcome to sit in this first row. There's still first row over here. There's still front row seats over here, so he can sit over here. But over here, no, he can't sit over. You can, please, okay? Now, Miss Toll-free, taxes. I understand the taxes. I understand the taxes. They're due on the 7th. I got issues with the taxes. I got a bunch of them I'm sorting through right now. Trust me. Miss Wheeler. Councilman Baker kind of went over that building. That building, from my understanding, was never owned by Cleveland Clinic or Heron Road. They just named it Heron Road, and there were some issues with the transfer and the person buying it.
I see.
Unfortunately, right now, it's lunacy. They're tearing the place apart.
I never knew who owned it. I just was wondering, is it sitting there, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it had changed hands a couple of times, and then there was someone coming in to buy it. He went through it, then he decided he couldn't tackle it like he thought he could, and so now it's kind of in limbo, and it's really sad what it's going through. I want to quickly address Noble Road one more time. Councilman Baker, I don't know where or what happened when you went there, if you went into the facility or if you went on the street, but the email went out to the entire council to go over there and walk through this place. I would invite you again to go through this place. We need everybody on council to be on the same page. Go through there. Don't sit up here. Please, please,
Councilman King.
please.
Councilman King.
Yes.
Can I
Better have
just
a
tell you
mask.
one thing?
Let me.
Well, I'm gonna say this as the chair. Keep your remarks on a level that is not directed at another individual.
It is not directed at him. It is not directed at him.
You said, please.
Because he stated that he saw some stuff. So what I'm saying is, the email went out to all of us. The invitation is still open to everyone on council to walk through the facility with Mike. So you can still go over there. And I would urge that you go over there so that when you come in front of the residents, you can give them an accurate description as to what you saw in there and what he told you versus what he say, she say. And I would like to invite anyone who has any resident that lives over there that got sick or that saw a mouse or a rat, please come in front of council and tell me that you personally saw it. Because we're not in high school anymore, so we're not going to sit around with he say, she say, and I know all this and I know that. And
Thank you, Councilor.
thank you, Council President.
Okay. I'm going to, yes, I'm going to say, just 1 minute, just give me 1 minute. I know the game is coming and the game is still not as important as this. I just want to wish we could get through what is happening down on Noble Road. And that's why I had Tracy, I didn't go to walk through, but you are correct, Councilman King. We all had the option to go and walk through.
And still do.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. I called and got a meeting with Mr. Riley. Got a meeting with Mr. Riley to sit down and talk to him. So we can do that. Mr. Councilman Martin, you had something to say?
I got something to say.
Okay,
I've been down there 5 times. I didn't walk through with Mr. Riley.
okay,
I got a call about to go through there, but the time I got the call at the last minute, I couldn't do that.
okay.
I do know this. It's a horrible looking sight. There's trash piled up high. And if you can reflect, we had Sergeant Ezo out here, and he's talked about what we can do to try to deal with that. King is right about the air pollution and all like that. But I was at a meeting at the library where it was 20 residents that lived there were complaining about they were getting sick, they couldn't breathe well and all like that.
Asbestos.
Then I did asbestos there. Then some of them came to a meeting, and I'm looking at this and I'm using common sense, what my grandmother taught me. And I said, if I went through there 10 times, I'm not an expert in this, But I'm looking at the piles of stuff, and I just shake my head. In an urban area, in a neighborhood, that bothers me, even though it's zoned that way. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. It bothers me that we still seem to be spinning our wheels with this, like you alluded to. I don't know what to say to do, but I talked to the Kiowa County Board of Health, and they said that they meet the requirements. So what do you do? What can you say? I said, they don't need really for me to go down to see it. I don't know what, all I know, I see a bunch of trash piled up high. Okay, and it looks horrible. The other thing I want to talk about is Huron Hospital. That building, Tammy, that's one issue. But right in front of it, you can't drive down there. It's so horrible. I mean, it's like going through a war zone, like it's been bombed. And I'm using common sense, and I just thought about it, Jack Johnson, and I said, at least we could put something in them holes. Okay, when people are getting fired, people getting laid off, some of that money needs to be diverted to coal patch or gravel or sand or something. But for that to exist the way it is, it makes us look like we can't do anything right. We look bad in that. And not just terrace, but side streets in East Cleveland. You go down Euclid, certain side, boom, 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 boom. Well, we can't even put anything in the holes. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, so where is the leadership where we're going to shuffle this budget or take something from that to put holes in it? We're not doing anything. It's like nobody cares. It makes me feel, I hear about the mayor don't live here. I hear that all the time. And I almost feel that that's true because it looks like he doesn't care. I mean, what is he doing all day? What is the administration doing all day? You juggle something to reach some type of solution. You have to do that.
Because that's the main thoroughfare.
Yes! Terrace, Euclid, the side streets, when I go down Bryn Mawr, it's horrible. And these are number streets.
You been in Lakeview?
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's like a message being sent. I'm pushing the merger. Okay, this is why I don't care. It helps push the merger. Okay, it really does. And nothing's being done. And it bothers me.
I know you're very...
Okay, all right. And I need to say one last thing. And this is so important, more important than government. Twine Billings deals with our young people. I'm saying that parental involvement, and King would agree with this, and Wheeler and Barbara and Mansell, these parents got to get involved in their education. The last time we got a report card, we got all F's and 1D. We've lost like 4,000 to 5,000 students in the last 10 years because of charter schools. And we're not improving. living in. It ain't political. We're talking about parent involvement in their kids' education. How can you send your kids to school and not go up and check on them?
Thank you.
Okay, the passport out of poverty
Thank you.
is education. That's the only way that we're gonna get out of this. Is our kids gotta be education, and you drop them off and don't go see what's going on.
Thank you.
We're gonna deal with it.
Thank
I've
you.
spoken. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. After all the controversy and the straightening out and the clarification, I still want to thank you again. I want to thank Mr. Billingsley and Pastor Pinckney. You don't have to live in the city to do God's work. And there's all kind of pastors that come through here that don't live in the city, but they're supposed to be spreading goodwill in God's grace. So you're welcome anytime in this council.
Let me know what I can do.
Okay. And Ms. Stanberry, I've known you a long time, and I knew Ms. Parker. I talk to her every day.
Yes.
And I appreciate the fact that you, Ms. Lockhart, Ms. Thomas, all of you all come faithfully, and you, Ms. Terry Tolfree, she calls me too at an early morning and let me know, or late at night, it depends, and let me know what's going on. And I appreciate that. I really appreciate it. And Ms. Wheeler, you've been a faithful, steady supporter of this council, good, bad, or indifferent. And you tell it like it is. So I appreciate everybody coming, and I appreciate Mr. Struthers, you doing what you do, and Mr. Johnson, I really appreciate you, because I want you all to know that Mr. Johnson has a job over at 7 Hills. He comes over here, he tells me he's overwhelmed, but he still comes over here because he likes to sit.
Still looking for that second
Okay. So, and everybody wants to get out and see the game. I'm not no hurry to get upset. So I want to hear a motion to adjourn.
I move that this meeting be adjourned.
Second.
So moved. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
Yes.